Welcome to my YouTube channel, Pisces, Rising Moon, Sun, and Stelliums. My name is Teri Hunter, and I'm here today to talk about the upcoming transits, a few of the upcoming transits for 2023, namely Saturn's move into your sign, Pluto's dip into Aquarius, Jupiter moving into Taurus, and the changing of the nodes into the Aries Libra axis. I'm going to touch on all of these points for Pisces and what house it will be for you and how it could potentially affect you over 2023. So where I'm starting is Pisces. This is whole sign Western astrology. So we're looking at Pisces rising. So when I'm talking about the houses, I'm referring to Pisces rising. If you don't know your rising sign or your moon, you can go to any one of the free birth calculators on the internet. You just need the exact time of birth and location in order to determine where that is. So let's just jump right in. Pisces, Saturn is going to move into your first house on March 8th, 2023. Saturn by nature rules authority, restriction, large corporations and institutions. It governs responsibility and maturity and time. It rules government, and it rules those people that make the rules. It governs boundaries and human reality and patience, because Saturn wants endurance and it wants discipline and time spent towards an endeavor. It rules business-related matters and how people see you in the public eye. It rules history and our personal history as well as our humanities history here. So having it be in your first house is, to me, sort of giving you an opportunity to really look where you have felt restricted, where you have felt there to be a potential authoritative energy that was restricting you from your creativity, from your imagination, from your natural propensity and ability to birth fanciful things into the world. Pisces by nature rules the imagination. It rules photography. It rules ballet. It rules dance. It rules poetry. It rules music. It rules film. It rules so many beautiful things that the human loves to explore. And at the same time, Pisces is such a mutable energy, such a cooperative, compassionate, empathetic energy, that the challenging dynamics of the universe, of the earthly experience, can become overwhelming to Pisces and really stoke disillusionment and distrust, which makes you want to retreat into those private spaces. Pisces rules hotels. It rules ashrams and temples where we worship. It rules hospitals, both mental hospitals and physical hospitals. It rules research laboratories. It rules places where we endeavor things by ourselves. So here we're going to see an opportunity over this transit for Pisces to really hunker down in a way where they're connecting to their inner knowing, connecting to that which they cannot see, allowing themselves compassion for self, empathy for self, as Pisces becomes a little bit more Saturnian and less emotional about how other people are perceiving you, and allowing yourself to birth yourself out into the world in a way that is authentic to you and allows you your creativity. Saturn rules the skeletal system. It rules bones, teeth, and joints, just to name a few things. And Pisces rules the liquids of the body. So here we're kind of seeing two energies, the bones appearing solid, liquid appearing fluid, coming together to create balance. So I want to offer it this way, because Pisces initially may feel trepidation about this experience of Saturn coming into your house. They're there's such a pigeonholing of Saturn's energy, you know, being kind of unemotional, wanting to get the job, not necessarily requiring passion for the job. And here I think this is going to be a beautiful marrying of two elements that come together to demand both rise to their highest frequency and vibration. So here it's about Pisces being able to take the Neptunian energies that you have and allowing that emotional, intuitive energy to be the true north for your tenacity and endurance and willingness to be self-disciplined as you birth yourself back into the human experience. And I believe this is because when I talk about the water systems of the body, I'm talking about your passion being your life's blood. I'm almost not even really going to the physical body, but using it more as a metaphor for a spiritual experience for Pisces. There is a real opportunity here to claim yourself. Neptune creates fog and confusion, and when we're confused, sometimes we look outside of ourselves to see where the truth is. And I think it's just the opposite. It's about coming in and looking about what is true to you. So here it's going to refine and purify and cleanse you from things that you have inadvertently given your power away. So I think this is really powerful for you. I think this is an opportunity for Saturn to represent a mastery, Pisces to represent your dreams. And this is about mastering your dreams and mastering yourself in the 3D world while feeling more connected to those things that you cannot see outside the 3D world. On a mundane level, I think we will initially see Saturn create more restrictions and more regulations connected to the medical industry, the financial industry, the food industry, and our educational system. I think we are going to see a little bit of a stoking of challenges before it gets better, which is why I think it's so important for Pisces to connect with their intuitive self and to see that as Saturn's structure, as completely real and authentic, because there's a part of me that feels as if the immune system is going to be I'm so challenged with my words and the algorithm, really, because I don't want to say things to trigger the algorithm in a negative way, but I really believe that the disempowerment of the physical body is going to be illuminated in a way that brings us out from a deep slumber into awareness and consciousness. And then we're going to start to require systems and structures be built to support our thriving versus the dis-ease that has been focused on. So I'm excited and have a little bit of trepidation about it, because I think in the beginning it feels jarring and unsettling, but then there's a sense of comfort. I'm really looking forward to the prescription drug ads being removed from the telly, because I think they're really, really out of balance. So I'll just put it that way. To take this a little bit further, I think we're also going to see Saturn and in Pisces start to create structures that are built in our oceans and on our water systems. I think we'll see structures built above the oceans and below the oceans for the purpose of research, for exploration and discovery. I think we're going to see more and more about ancient civilizations being discovered that gives us information about the human experience, and in doing so, illuminating that we may have there may be more that meets the eye here. So I think, well, I watch a lot of Ancient Aliens, and they talk about aliens having space stations in the oceans, and I'm buying it hook, line, and sinker. And I think that we're going to find evidence of that. And as we move into the Aquarian age, it's just going to become more normal. So I think it's super exciting. And I think that the colonization of the oceans for the purpose of research and exploration is then going to lead to the viability of life in water. And I mean that being able to create structures that sustain oxygen and other things that the human needs, while being able to live in a whole different universe in some level. I don't know why it comes to me that way. It probably sounds a little funky, but I don't know. I keep seeing Kevin Costner in Waterworld in my head. We also are going to see Pluto moving into your 12th house of Aquarius, which is your natural house, the 12th house. So I really think this is Pluto's going to move into Aquarius from March 23rd until June 11th. It's going to stay at the 0 degree, and then it's going to backtrack into Capricorn. And then in the beginning of 2024, it's going to park itself in Aquarius for the next 20 years until 2024. So I think this is going to be where you have these epiphanies and these illuminations and these lightning bolts of ideas, where you start to really liberate yourself from any deep psychological dynamics that have held you back. Pisces is the most, I think, of all the signs, the most sympathetic and empathetic to others, which inadvertently makes them feel heavy sometimes, as if their other people's issues become their issues. And here I think you're going to be able to liberate yourself from that a bit and be able to actually explore your spirituality in very Uranian ways. So your meditations may get more vivid and clear and feel more real. There's a real sense of kind of like almost like opening a door just a little bit of a crack and getting a glimpse into the potentials of what you can create through your intuitive body, through your connection to the other side, through the dynamics that you cannot see. And in doing so, I think this starts to empower Pisces so that when they see other humans, they start to see the human imprint versus the story that the human imprint gave them. When we watch reality shows, there's always the package where you see the contestant and you see what they've struggled with, and then how they've overcome that struggle to be triumphant. This is very much coming into play for Pisces as Pluto enters your 12th house. It's going to give meaning to your story. It's going to empower you beyond where there has been hidden powers controlling you or hidden dynamics that have overwhelmed you. So I think this is really powerful. I think we're also going to see an opportunity to find our soul tribes, where we start to meet more people through the web and the other platforms that are developed through technology, and we start to feel more seen and connected and validated and valued through these tribes. We are going to see Pluto in Aquarius accelerate technology in the digital world in general. We're going to get a really strong glimpse of this when Uranus dips its toe into Gemini in 2025. Pluto will be squarely footed in Aquarius, and the combination of these two planets is going to really start to change how we run our everyday lives. I wouldn't be remotely surprised to see flying cars or something reasonable facsimile thereof. I think we're going to see holographic business meetings where we start, projecting ourselves into things, and many, many other advances that I can't even imagine in the small little bit of my human mind. So I think this is very exciting. Jupiter is going to move into Taurus in May of 2023 and stay there until May of 2024, specifically May 16th, 2023 until May 24th, 2024. This is in your third house. This is the third house of your networks. I'm sorry. When I say networks, I mean your communities, your everyday lives, the people that you run around with, the people in the schoolyard or in the school bus line, your highways, your roadways, the media, information, what you speak, what you inadvertently learn through small snippets of information. Now we take Taurus being your third house, of Taurus representing your voice, your self-expression, in many ways, your creativity birthed into your community. And Jupiter is going to bring expansion there, an opportunity for it. If you're brave, it's going to bring bounty, meaning potential to make money, a potential to feel a stronger sense of faith there. Jupiter expands wherever it goes. And here it's expanding your third house as you use your voice and your skills. If you're a Pisces and you are a musician, please start to play, write, sing, dance, play poetry. Really allowing yourself to stoke that will bring so much solace to you as the world structures continue to be demolished in order to bring more balanced structures into this experience that support the higher vibrations of that experience. So this is very exciting. And then finally, we will see the nodes change axis. The north node will go into your second house of Aries, and the south node will go into your 8th house of Libra. This is where Pisces gets to really, again, kind of double down on Jupiter being in Taurus, because Taurus would naturally rule the second house. The second house is where I balance out my family history and the impressions and imprints it left on me to blossom out into the world and use my skills. The 8th house is where I'm going to be asked to be egoless in my partnerships and giving my power away to what appears to be something solid and secure, but may not be as solid and secure as I like. This is going to go on throughout 2023 all the way to the beginning of 2025. So this is really an opportunity for Pisces to remove any victimhood or any feelings of powerlessness or any feelings of stagnation and start to really birth it forward. And I think Saturn is really the key to all of this, because Saturn is going to kind of hold your feet to the fire to not be emotional about the journey. And Pisces is everything emotional, but the emotion of defeat, the emotion of feeling devalued isn't going to serve you. So Saturn is going to say, buck up, because you are valuable. And until you push past the feeling of not being valuable, you won't be able to see your value. So I think these are very exciting times, albeit slightly scary, because we're used to certain structures. We're used to certain dynamics that have given us comfort because they provided a knowing that our 5 senses could attach to. Now we're being offered a knowing that only our 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and beyond can connect to. So as Saturn gives you an opportunity to rewrite yourself and how you perceive yourself, and Pluto offers you an opportunity to liberate yourself from that which you cannot see, that which has been maybe tethering you in ways that didn't support your thriving, but rather just allowed you to survive up until now. And then Jupiter is going to allow you to birth that into your neighborhood, into your everyday life. And the nodes are going to support that as you continue to stretch yourself into your individuality, into being brave. Aries is a brave, heroic energy. It's not just the warrior that goes in and pillages the town. The military comes in and supports our freedoms. And oftentimes we don't bring that up when we talk about those dynamics. So keep your eye on the prize, Pisces. There's a lot of good stuff ahead for you. So trust the journey of your mastering your spirituality and bringing it into the 3D world in tangible ways that allow you to thrive and allow you to love life. All right, that's it for me today. If you'd like to book a reading with me, I am available. My information is below in the description. Please join me Sunday mornings live at 11 a.m. Pacific time, where I do my angel scopes. That's where we get the angels' advice for traversing the transits of the week ahead. And please like, please subscribe, please hit that notification bell and comment. I don't always get to respond to your comments, but I read them all and I try to at least acknowledge with a little heart that I've seen it. So thank you so much, Pisces. May 2023 be a blessed year for you. Sending love, peace out.